Welcome everyone, here is how you use the S Pen Fold Edition in any Samsung Galaxy Z Fold. So first thing to keep in mind is that on the outside screen, the cover screen, you cannot use the Fold Edition, okay? You can only use the S Pen Fold Edition in the inner screen. If you're looking at the Pro Edition does not support the cover screen either, so just keep that in mind. So in order to access the S Pen menu, you either need to do a swipe or just bring the S Pen near to the screen where you see this little white dot, and then you will see the S Pen icon show up. This icon cannot be tapped on with your finger. Instead, you do need to tap on it with the S Pen itself, and now we are brought to this menu with all these options. If you tap on the add button here, you can actually change the options available. So you tap on the minus to remove the option, tap on the option to turn it on, okay? If you see here all apps, you can also tap to add apps as well. So let's go back. And did you know that you don't actually need to tap on this little icon here to access the menu? The alternative way is you bring the S Pen Fold Edition near the screen of the Z Fold 4, and you see where this button is, just double click the button, so click, and this menu will show up here. I'll deep dive into the settings for S Pen, so make sure you keep watching for the full thing. But for now, let's go through what all these options here do. So let's start off with Create Note. When you tap into this one, it will open up the Notes app in a pop-out view. From here, you can annotate notes. Palm rejection is also a feature with the S Pen, so you can place your palm on the screen and not worry about any issues showing up. If you tap on the blue bar here, you have all these options. And another feature of the S Pen Fold Edition is, well, actually, if you hover over near to the option, it will actually show you what it is. So you can see the X's Close app, and I already know what this stuff is, but let's say you forgot. So you have Close app, you have full screen, minimize, opacity, and then bring the app into split screen view. This option here just changes the blue bar into buttons, so it's not really necessary. If you do really want to know what everything does, I do have a split screen tutorial for Z Fold 4 in the description, which goes into greater detail. Did you know there is an alternative method to open up the Notes app? So you're going to get the S Pen Fold Edition. While holding down the actual button itself, you're going to do click on the screen. So I'll try that one more time, and there you go, the Notes app will open up. And then from here, of course, you can do your notes taking. Let's open up this menu again. Let's go into the Smart Select option. So when you're here, essentially, this is like taking a screenshot, but only a partial screenshot. So you just slide from where you want the screenshot to be. And once it's done, you can annotate. You can remove the background. Let's say you have a person, you use this feature to remove the background. You have the share, and then you have the save button right here. Then we have the screen write. So it will take a screenshot and then it will allow you to write on the screen. If you tap on the pen, you can change the pen options. You have the eraser tool, you have the back, redo, share, and save. Now we have here live messages. So let's go to the camera. So you can take a picture or video, and then you can annotate the picture or add text to the video while it is playing as well. Now I'm going to go into a browser and I'm going to show you Bixby Vision. So in Bixby Vision, if you just hover over, let's say, a face here, you can see you have this little rectangle, and just select it. So from here you can shop. Of course it's going to go away. Let's try that again. So wait, you have the shop option, image search, and you can also get the text, okay? So you can see it will show all of the text which is available, and it will also allow you to translate the text as well. Let's just close out this one, tap on the pen, you have the translate tool. So what the translate tool does is you find text, you just hover over that text, and then it will translate it for you, okay? And you can choose what it will translate from and to. If you tap on this here, it will translate a whole list, okay, a whole paragraph. So that would be best shown if I go to the notification center, long press on this sentence, and you can see it will just translate the whole paragraph right there. Now you see here the magnify tool. So So you just hover over with the S Pen, it will just magnify like so. Tap on the option here, you can change. You can also increase the size of the magnify tool as well. Then we have the glance tool here. So let's open up an app. Let's try that again. So when you have the glance tool, it will just have the app, you know, at the bottom right. And when you hover your S Pen over, you can glance at the app, okay? Now in order to remove the glance, you will need to close out the application from multitasking. Now we have here the view all notes button. So this will just, well, view all of the notes in a notes application. Let's tap on add. So I'm going to remove some options here so I can cover these final four. So you see, pen up. This is an app, and what it does is you can find all of these, you know, these backgrounds here, okay, and you can kind of just color on top of them. So you can use background to just annotate, maybe make a nice car, I guess you could say. Then we have here the doodle. This is AR doodle, so needs to set up the AR. You can just highlight over here, add stuff, okay, with AR. Alright, so I'm coloring this phone. You can then record. Alright, stop the recording. And then you have this AR video right there. You then have the coloring tool, which brings you to the same app as Pen Up. And you have Write on Calendar, which is literally writing on a calendar. Alright, now let's go to settings here. So you have Air Actions. Air Actions is only available if you have the S Pen Pro Edition. Remember how the S Pen Fold doesn't have a battery? What that means is you can't do Air Actions, okay? Accidentally open up multitasking, but Air Actions are where you'd hold down the power button and you slide from left to right, up, down, maybe double click from far away, etc. But again, the Fold Edition doesn't have those features. Screen off memo. So if this is on, then what you do is when you go to lock screen, you press and hold the S Pen near the screen, double tap, and you can see you can actually write even when you're on the lock screen. It's cool and all, but you can't do it here, okay? Because if I try it here, see, it's not going to work. So I know if that is cool, because again, when you open up the phone, it just goes to the lock screen. I think that's an oversight by Samsung, but yeah, it's just, you know, it's just a thing. Let's go back to settings. You have quick create notes. So I already covered that. You just long press and then double tap to open up the notes app right away. S Pen to text. So when this feature is on, you can see if I go to any search bar and I use the S Pen, you can see it will convert into text just like that. And then we have here the Air View. So you see this little cursor here when I'm near to the screen. Just zoom in. There you go. When Air View is on, you can see you'll be able to preview text, images, and web pages by just hovering over. So it's kind of like if you have your mouse and you hover over something, okay? So I do recommend you keep that one on. Show pointer when hovering. So if this is off, you don't see that little, you know, that little dot or circle. Then you have the menu style. So this is the menu here, and you can change the menu style to compact. So if you know what all of this stuff is already, which hopefully you do by watching this video, then you can change that to the compact, or you can just have standard if you would like. Then you have the shortcuts here. So this is useful because you can see I have the add option, but sometimes the add option won't show up if this view is full. You can see there's no option to add. So you can add shortcuts by just tapping on the shortcuts button here, minus, okay, and play around with that. Show Air Command icon, that's this icon here. Open Air Command with pen icon, okay. So you can see when you hover the S Pen over the screen and then press the pen button, already covered that earlier on in the video. And if you want sounds while you're writing on the screen, you can also have this option on as well. So the S Pen is quite simple and that covers everything. With that being said, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye bye.